gamers in the zone, and welcome to another episode of Touhou 11 Subterranean Animism. In the last episode, we had attempted to take on, with Teresa, first shot type with Alice's partner, and I think we'll be trying that again this episode because, from what I've seen in our usual normal commenters, it does seem like this might be a little bit easier, so here's this week's informal commenters. Our first one comes from our good old buddy Freezing Time, who says, "Hi again, gamers. To be honest with you, it's not too necessary to go to the practice mode, but I would still recommend this to you. You see, on your last try, you managed to beat the first 4 stages perfectly without dying and gained a lot of extra lives. It was not always the case even when you played it in 2020, so it was one of your best attempts. I would say that your main problem was that you don't really understand yet how to beat some of one's attacks, due to the fact how rare you see them, also because they are hard. But stage 6, I don't know. I think you lost your concentration after losing some of your lives on Horrid, or you just was unfamiliar with those attacks since you saw them beat once. Though probably it's both. That can only mean that you need to practice the 5th stage, especially if the last one spell set in the whole 6th stage, so you will know what to do, like in stage 5 and previous ones. Would I like you to record practice mode? Well, don't know about others, but I would still watch it since the win would there I would see your motion, see gameplay, and as you said yourself, your progress. I even watched your whole 8 hours of you trying to beat out. I started to get lonely after 5 hours. It took me about a week or 2 watching it, so I wouldn't mind to watch it. Also, you can combine these two, do some practice, and then make an attempt to beat the game. It's all up to you. Well then, that's all. Take care." Thank you very much, Freezing Time, for that informal comment. As for our other informal commenter, we got our usual Alan K.O., who says, It is tough to say what you should do if you want to beat the game faster, and the problem with the practice mode is that you still have to do the full stage anyway to practice a few attacks on the balls, so it's not really efficient. Of course, it is still better than having to do the whole game to get used to the later parts. If you want to practice and also avoid wasting time, I recommend using a patch to practice individual attacks, but I understand if you think that is cheap or whatever. About whether you should record practice, the upstream of uploading it is that I can maybe try to give you gameplay tips if I see more clearly what you struggle on. But of course, the stuff I can say wouldn't really help too much. Otherwise, I would have told you already. Right now, it looks like you need practice on the stage 5 boss and the stage 6 boss. One more easy tip is that I give this episode is that the 2 spears right before the final boss both drop 1 power each, so using a bomb to safely kill them is a good idea. Also, Marisa A gains more power than the other shots, meaning that you can actually gain power by using a bomb to kill them. Marisa A gains 1.08 power instead of the usual 1.05 from small power items. Big power items are the same, 1 power. That is very good to know, and thank you very much for that formal comment, Alan Hewitt. By knowing that, I do think I'll be continuing these next few episodes using Marisa and Alice, mainly because of that fact that it's much easier to gain power, so I can get a little bit more careless with using my bombs. So as always, same rules. I'm going to once again apply the rules that if I die on any of the first 3 stages, I'm going to restart immediately, depending on how much time I have left in the episode. That's usually how things always go, and we'll see where it gets me. It always never gets me anywhere good, that's for sure. I always try things and end up messing up big time. Alright, so if I remember, I want to be careful when I go in and out of focus mode here, since that will affect Maurice's range of attack power. That's an interesting that's one thing I like about this shot type as well, is the whole risk reward system of, yeah, you might win big, or you might mess up big time, depending on if you decide to remain in focus mode or not. A real neat risk reward system, if you ask me. While you might disagree, in my opinion, having stuff like this can be highly helpful, since I'll need every last bit of info I can get if I want to even stand the slightest chance of winning, because I've been having a lot of trouble these past few episodes, and it's like I don't want to have trouble with these next few episodes. So we've already seen all this dialogue last episode, so I'm just gonna skip it. We don't need to see that again. Okay, there we go. First attack down, and next up we have this, which looks fairly simple to navigate. Especially the fact that a good chunk of that I barely even had to focus. I mean, it is just the first stage, so it's usually always nothing too difficult. Especially if you know the right times where it's safe to get out of focus mode, then you don't have to worry too much about avoiding, like, you know, the attacks where you have to very We're not even at full power yet, but I'd say we're making pretty good progress so far. Okay, let's go ahead and do widespread here. Make things a little bit easier. We should be getting fairly close to full power. Almost there. Yeah, I'm definitely noticing that. She definitely gains a lot more power from enemies. That's for sure. Alright, carefully now, and here. That's a bit dangerous, nonetheless. I just gotta know the right time to go in and out of focus mode, and same here. Just gotta know what I'm doing, and just... Okay, this one I remember you have to, like, be careful with your path of travel. Oh, I would have been so mad if those fairies on the top came in and that counted as a hit. I would have been so mad. So I have an idea. I remember on this boss, like one of their special attacks, that they always have like that thing to where like they shoot me if I shoot the wrong copy, if I shoot the fake. So I have an idea. I don't know how this system here works, but what I'm going to do is something a little bit interesting. Something that I'm sure a lot of you will find interesting. A rather unique strategy, you could say. One that may either be mind-blowing or just plain stupidity, depending on how I go about this. So I believe it should be the second to last attack here, or the last attack. But I remember there was one attack here where it's like, okay, I think it was this one. Yes, it is. So my idea is that I tried to navigate this attack without shooting at all, because clearly it's a bad idea to shoot here if I get careless with my shooting. So what I'm thinking I do is I just wait this one out and wait for the timer to reach 0. Because if I just wait for the timer to reach 0 on this one, like I still get the extra life piece as long as I can make it through the attack without getting hit. So that that just means I just gotta wait for this attack, and I could, if it does get... Oh, no, it doesn't! Okay. I mean, at least I didn't get hit by utilizing that strat, but I guess if I do want an extra life piece there, I guess I am gonna have to think a little bit smarter there. Still, though, I thought it was pretty good spread. And at least I didn't get hit. That's the good news. Bad news is that I didn't get an extra life piece. So I should try shooting them, but just be a bit careful with how I go about it, because since I know going into focus mode causes Marisa to go widespread, I'm gonna have to think a bit carefully as of when to shoot and when not to shoot. Because I want to shoot enough so that way I can, you know, take them out by the time, before the timer reaches 0. But at the same time, I don't want to get too careless with my shooting that I accidentally shoot the fake and cause an insane barrage of bullets that there's no way I could possibly shoot down on my own. So it's that one I'm gonna have to think of it carefully. I do like my idea of not shooting there, because that did allow me to get through that attack without dying. Okay, I think I have an idea of how that attack works. Let's see if I remember what happens next here. Okay, I think this one... I just gotta... Okay, no, I'm bombing that. I forgot what I was supposed to do there. Yeah, I don't know the matter. What feels to me like a basic attack. Nonetheless, Marisa does still gain plenty of power for successfully outmaneuvering certain attacks, so it ain't a completely bad thing for me to mess up a little. Alright, no, I died on the 3rd stage. I'm starting over. I don't care what you guys say. I'm setting up the rule now that if I die early on, I have to restart, because clearly if I die early on, I don't stand a chance. Again, that option to do some practice mode is still on the table. Maybe if I mess up many times early on, maybe I'll just give up for this episode and just try out the practice mode some. Because I did manage to, on my previous episode, complete the 5th stage, so I can do some practice on the 5th stage to try a few things out. So maybe I'll do that where, like, if I fail too many times on the first 3 stages, I'll just go ahead and do some practice mode so I can at least get some experience in to see where I'm struggling on the 5th stage, because that's specifically the one where I'm having problems. Another thing I can try is, I did already get a good ending in using Rainbow and Yukari, so what I can do there is I can do the practice mode with that shot type. I know it's technically going to be a bit different, but it's to at least familiarize myself with certain attacks in particular. That's a pretty good idea. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll have it where if I die, I'd say if I die 3 times in a row in a single episode on the first 3 stages, I'll go ahead and do the practice mode. That's my plan. Because I don't want to be stuck on the same stuff for an entire episode just because I got hit by one lousy little thing. Just enough space to be able to dodge those attacks without having to go into focus mode. like always. Then we get to where things might get a little bit hard. The one who doesn't know what they're doing. Alright, let's utilize widespread here to make it a little easier. We've got a good setup here. Alright, let's just stick towards the center on this one so I can have the easiest avoiding it, as well as be able to widespread shoot all the enemies. Okay, this is the only enemy on screen, so we can go ahead and start shooting at that. There's attempt number 2 ended. Okay, that time I'll admit I got a little bit careless. If you fail too many times on the same stuff, you're bound to start getting impatient. That's the problem. Don't worry, I'll start. I can do more attempts per episode as soon as I have some editing skills. That's something I didn't really like. Put more attempts into a single episode. It's like I want to do as few attempts as possible in a single episode because this single playthrough can be pretty long, and it's like I don't want to make this entire one episode like a movie length. And it's like with the fact that I want to be open to informal comments along with other Let's Play series that I have going on. It's like I can only do like record this once a week. So it's like within a week's span. It's like I gotta have patience with this. So I'd love to do more attempts within a single episode so I can gain some more experience within a single episode. The problem with that is that I'm still not in a position where I feel like I'm ready to start putting my money into a good video editor yet. In terms of my own money, since I'm still in college. That's what I feel like it's going to go in. Either until I start really getting into some video editing, or until I eventually graduate college. It's going to be the point where I actually start utilizing video editors on my hobby. We'll see how it goes. Maybe one thing I can try is I can... Alright, let's see how we're doing on time. 18 minutes. Alright, you know what? Since I'm all those attempts, I died pretty early on. I'm willing to make an exception here and go for a little longer. How about I change up the rules a bit and make it to where if I keep failing the first 3 stages, and I think like the first 30 minutes of the video. No, not 30 minutes. That's giving it too much credit. Or no, that's like still a bit too long since that's like almost an episode length. But I'd say by the time I reach like, I don't want to go by video length. How about we go by just an amount of attempts still? We did fail technically our 3rd time, so why don't we make it, well, I don't know, because it's like the more and more times I fail this, the less I notice like I'm not as much in the zone as I was before, so I can't put as much effort into practicing on a specific stage. So maybe what I can do is, until I can figure out a proper rule set for this, I'm just going to have it to where it's like, once I either notice I'm like losing momentum or it's like I'm just starting to get bored at this point, that'll be a point where I'll see it as time to just stop actually trying this for the episode and just do some practice. So that way I can at least be a little bit better prepared for the later on stuff. I'm still wanting to have it a rule that if I fail on the first 3, if I die once on the first 3 stages, I have to restart. focus will be just simply trying to survive. I think that's how I'd like to go about this. There's now as I get up to full power. There we go. We're up to full power. So, like always, I'm just gonna stick to focusing just on, as much as possible, just avoiding the attacks and not putting too much thought into how I attack and just shoot forever, regardless of wherever I am on screen. Right now I'm at a point where I just want to focus on making it through all this barrage of attacks alive. And I think that strategy is doing at least some wonders for me, that I'm definitely feeling a bit better as of how I'm going about these attacks. Now, if I could be doing it better, I'm sure, yeah, there's a lot of things I could be doing better. What matters is that I don't know, maybe there's some things I've forgotten about the first 3 stages that maybe it'll be easier if I just get some informal tips on certain parts I may be struggling with on the earlier stages as well, because every little thing to allow me to preserve as many lives as possible in the later stages, they help. They help a lot. Alright, I'm just gonna go up here for that one. Actually, that's a good idea. What if I were to think a little bit about taking the time to just go around at one point, and I cut off my route to escape? I'm just gonna do that. Since Marisa gets plenty of power anyway. Alright, gotta get ready here. Okay, so let's start by, okay, because I can't go widespread, otherwise they'll start unleashing the barrage of attacks, so it's like, and it's like, my only way to be able to properly avoid the attacks is by going into focus mode. So how am I going to be able to do this without accidentally shooting the one I don't want to shoot? Because, yeah, I'm already running out of time. Oh no, I got it. Okay, never mind. Okay, so we might be able to work something out. Okay, so we managed to get all the extra life extensions. So far we've had, I'd say in my opinion, a perfect run so far. So let's not lose this here. Let's play things as safe as possible. Use bombs if necessary. Because I don't want to mess this up now. If we're making it this far, I really like to go all the way. A mixture of streaming attacks and close concentration. If you know what you're doing, some of this stuff should be fairly simple. Alright, again, should be focusing less on taking them out as quickly as possible, just focusing it as much as possible on just simply trying to make it through these attacks alive. Thank you very much. And this is the one I've been having a bit of trouble with here. So I can't seem to remember how to correctly dodge this attack. I say that as I dodge it with... Alright, well, I think that's time. I've gotten bored. So why don't we just focus the rest of this episode towards putting some practice into this as Marisa, because clearly... Oh yeah, you're right, I gotta clear the stage first, then I can practice. Well, at least I can get some practice in on stage 5, because that's where I really need some practice here. It's just taking the time to figure out a plan of attack. So, I'm going to focus this episode towards taking some time into practice mode. I think this is my first time ever doing practice mode in a Touhou game, something I really have never been wanting to do, but at this point, I'm in a position where I'm willing to try anything if it means, you know, getting better at this game, because clearly what I'm doing is just never enough to make it. I begin to wonder if I even really did good in my original good ending that I got first, and all I did there was just get lucky. Oh, that's right, this I don't shoot. So far I have a clear plan for these first few steps. Just remember that I'm open to any ideas. So I'm in a position where I'm willing to try anything, and if it means getting better at this game. Guys, I need to... What did I just get hit by? Okay, I think that was just simple carelessness. But these guys are the guys that really annoy me right here. It's because these guys, like, they like to move around a lot. It's like, I need to shoot those guys down as quickly as possible. Otherwise, yeah, they're gonna keep shooting directly at me. And they, like, always go in my general direction. So that one I'm gonna need a bit of experience. There's some informal looking mining practice. I'm still not happy that I'm doing this, but I guess it at least allows me to focus less on just simply trying to survive and actually trying to pay a bit more attention to the pattern to see, and I can get a bit more experimental with how I go about them. So there's at least that I can do, where I can focus just all in. Just simply trying to avoid the attacks. Whoa. Okay. That was close. As long as I focus on... Okay, that first part's easy. Here's where it gets hard, because the moment I start shooting is when they just start unleashing an insane barrage at me. So I need a way around... What was that? Okay, that was just me being stupid. That's what that was. I need a system where I can do this. Because clearly nothing's working. I gotta know what I'm doing here. There's too much coming at me there for me to see what's going on here. Alright, so I'm mainly just going to focus on the main set here, and I get a whole lot of time to focus. This is the attack I always struggle on. and I can never understand why. It's like I have such a good plan, and it always ends up failing. Because there's like, I think the problem is that there's like a total of 3 things here I need to pay attention to. That the orbs attacking, or spirits, whatever they are, I need to focus on the ring that's going out and the ring that's going in. So a total of 3 things I need to pay attention to there. And they're all really difficult to pay attention to. This is another attack I struggle with. I think this one, it may be possible for me to do. I just need to remain closely concentrated. This might be just an attack where all I gotta do is remain closely concentrated. Yeah, I think this is one where I just need close concentration, and I got that one. Alright, this one, if you know where they're coming from, it's like, you know that it's a streaming attack, so you know they're gonna be directly targeting you. So this one I know is possible. I've gotten quite a bit of experience. That was just somehow me barely hitting that somehow. So I don't exactly see how anyone can give me any informal tips on that. I would say so far it's only the first special attack that I'd say it really has any openings for like any informal tips that may help me. Because that's the one I always seem to struggle on. Alright, here I'm gonna have to figure something out. So it looks, I'm gonna start by traveling in a bit of a circle formation to stay ahead of those stars, is what I'm gonna do here. Because clearly, those stars are the key to, like, what I need to stay ahead of if I want to survive this attack. So I think that's what I'm going to pay attention to here, is just focus on being one step ahead of those stars, making sure I keep a close eye out on those bubbles, because those bubbles are really getting in the way. How long is this attack? My goodness. So my main focus now is just looking at where I can improve. Just taking the time to look at where I can improve. I'm not going to use any bombs. I'm going to try this bombless, is what I'm going to try doing. And just... I'm not going to be satisfied for this episode until I can get through this entire stage, like a perfect run, and not having to use any bombs, nor having to use any, like, not having to use bombs, nor having to use, nor getting hit by anything. That's what I'm going to strive for this episode, because once I can properly do a no-hit run on this stage, that's when I know, like, I've mastered it. And it's specifically those 2 attacks that the boss unleashes. That's, like, at least one of them. That's really the one that gets on my nerves. So I would say, if nothing else, then, like, if I got this stage down well, then the only real challenge then would be having to focus on stage 6, which, yeah, as seen before, the only way I can do that on practice if I go to different shot types where I've already beaten this stage, or if I continue the main game, which I could try more of that, since, you know, I'll be able to take on the final boss with 4 extra lives. So, a lot of good ideas in mind with this. Okay, I messed that up. That was just simply my bad. Okay, here I know I can get through this by just not shooting. Okay, I got an idea. How about I occasionally shoot, so I can create a barrage that's easy for me to avoid. Okay, here I need to focus on shooting those guys down as quickly as possible, because if I keep them on screen for too long, then they'll shoot me down. I know that for a fact. If I keep them on screen for too long, they're gonna shoot me down. So I need to utilize the good old shoot them before they shoot you tactic there. Okay, here I just don't shoot. So I think I got a plan down for that. runs in those episodes. I've been having a lot of struggle with that. And now that I have the time to like be a bit more open about this stuff, since I can be a bit more careless with getting hit and not having to think too much about using bombs, it allows me to focus more on like actually observing and like knowing where I can improve my skills. Okay, this I think I have a good plan in mind for. I just focus on the main stream. What was that? What did I just get hit by? I was not paying attention there. What did I just get hit by? I was doing that attack quite well until that happened. Okay. My first plan is to try and figure out a way to stay ahead of, what happens if I just keep blindly shooting? Because if I keep them in place, I could just try to focus simply on avoiding the projectiles that the fairies shoot at me. And if that's the case, I'll be honest, I actually did not expect that to work. I'm not sure if it's just because of this shot type. I said no bombs, Marisa. Why? It could just be because of this widespread shot type, because I'm pretty sure there are other shot types where a strategy like that probably won't work well. And, okay, some of these I just need a bit more experience with. Like, I don't think there's any useful tips, and I think it mainly just requires a bit of experience. Is all that I can really do at this point, is just gain a bit of experience, and remember not to use bombs on practice mode. I gotta remember to keep that in mind while doing this. Otherwise, I'm never gonna get anywhere. But yeah, let me know what attacks you think that, you know, there might be a more proper way to dodge it. I can, like, then dodge these attacks with any shot type, because some of these attacks do look like I'm only dodging them well because of the shot type I'm using. But that last one, I did not expect that to work. And that could be just a one-time thing. Here's the thing, I can't focus too much. I gotta be just right with how much I move. Otherwise, you know, I get hit. I almost had it that time. This one's only difficult because it requires a lot of close concentration and extremely narrow movements. And having to do that while, you know, making sure I stay moving. It's like, with the fact that these are really big projectiles, your openings are really slim, so you gotta be very specific on where you're moving, otherwise, you know, you're gonna have problems. Okay, this attack, I think I've got the pattern for. I think I mainly just gotta focus on staying ahead of the stars, while also making sure I occasionally avoid the bubbles. So all I gotta keep my eyes out for here are the bubbles. I can just keep shooting. As long as I follow in between the star pattern, I'd say I've got this. Oh my god, what is all coming? Yikes! Oh, I gotta keep moving. Otherwise, I'm gonna get shot at with stars. I am remaining highly concentrated here. Okay, I gotta hurry up and take this. So, some knowledge we've gained this episode. I think I'm going to give this one more practice run, and then I'm going to end the episode. Just to see if there's anything else that I could be doing better. After this, I'm ending the episode. So I think I've seen just about all that I've wanted to see for Stage 5. So at this point, next episode, I'm gonna try another full run and just see what all I can do better. And if there's nothing I can do better, well, then I'll jump. How did I get in there? A lot of error parts of this where I keep questioning how I got hit by that. And it's like, it's obvious I'm not gonna get the answer, so it's like, I'm gonna have couple more times so I can really nail in my head the plan of attack for some of these where it's like, I know there's like a strat to them. So if I can really nail in my head my path of attack, I can... How did I mess that? I'm messing this part. A lot of the stuff that I feel like I should have mastered, I keep getting hit by now. I don't know why that is. Okay. Occasionally shoot. That's my strategy here, is just occasionally shoot. So I can... Or maybe just keep shooting entirely. I can do that as well. Okay, occasionally I'll need to break through the streaming attack so I can get over to where the enemies are that are shooting at me. So maybe it'll be best to just keep shooting there or occasionally shoot. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I feel like at this point, a lot of these attacks I was struggling on a while back, I just about got the pattern down. And we'll see how it goes with other shot types, if I did well or if I need to go back to practice. But what matters is if I can have enough extra lives to where I can have a much better chance at the final boss. Simple, I just gotta focus on... my main strat here is just focus on the simple going stream. While also making sure I occasionally keep an eye out on those. So that was a bit of a late effect there. I could actually tell that time what actually hit me. So yeah, just keep shooting is all I'm doing here. Just remain closely concentrated. This works. A bit of a... Maybe not the best strat, but for this particular shot type, it works. And that's what matters here, is that I find a strategy that works. Alright, most of these I feel should be simple to dodge as long as I keep along the stream here. Like this. That idea could easily be wrong as well, though, so I guess they're gonna have to point out to me any flaws in my strategy so I can know for next time. This one, I'd say, is just gonna remain difficult because all I'm really doing here is, like, having to pay attention to 3 things at once, which, yeah, can be pretty difficult if you don't know what you're doing. So I'd say that's really all I can do here is just form the plan that seems best and leave it up to the informal commenters to really try and deduce what works here. And I'm just losing my concentration now if I'm getting hit by stuff like this. But I think we have a good plan going. That, in my opinion, just might work. That is, if I could... I'm getting a bit unsure again, because if I'm still having this issue where it's like, I come up with this plan, but I'm still getting hit a lot like that, then it leaves me in a position where I feel like a lot of this stuff may be just a little bit luck-based, with the fact that I'm just it really all just comes down to close concentration, and if I can't remain closely concentrated, it's like, how am I supposed to pull this off on an actual run of this game? So I leave it to you guys to decide how this all goes down. I've got a load of ideas, and we'll see where this goes. This barrage of bubbles really gets on my nerves sometimes. It's like I come up with a good plan here. Okay, I think the big bubbles are coming from the fairies whenever I don't shoot them. So I think this is one of those attacks where I'm going to really want to, as much as possible, focus on shooting them. So I think I've just about got that final attack down. But with that, I'm going to end the episode there. And I'm going to leave it up to you guys to decide how I did there. what stuff I might be able to improve upon. And let me know if you think for the next episode, you know, when I actually try going into this again, if I should my rule of just restarting if I get hit by anything on the first 3 stages, or if I should not remove it. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below. This episode has been focused less on trying to beat it and more on like actually trying to gain some skill. And we'll see how it goes. Because I'm just trying whatever I can at this point. Because I really feel like as well that, you know, a lot of it's gonna come down to my ability to concentrate, where if I can do well or not. So it really leaves me unsure if I'm gonna be able to do well on full-on runs or not. Because if I can't do well, then it's gonna be my own fault out of my own skill as a player. I can't do well. Because at this point, all you're really doing is seeing me struggle to focus well. And it's like, yeah, that may take a bit of training, depending on how well I can do here. With that being said, I think we've got a good plan for the future. If necessary, I may switch back over to the shot type I managed to beat Stage 6 with, if I want to do some practice on Stage 6. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that, if you would prefer I do some practice on Stage 6 using another shot type I already beat it on with, or if I should go for a full-on run next episode. Until then, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay notified of future uploads. Until next time, this is the Gamer of Gamers. Stay excellent, everyone.